market for decades, over 25 years. And what we've learned in that time from listening to pump and style moms is you guys value simplicity. And I can very much relate to that. I was a pump and style mom before I worked for Medela.
Yeah.
Yep, Michelle too. So we get it. We absolutely get it. So we wanted to take this idea of simple and integrate it into every aspect of this design. So again, looking at the pump, just 4 buttons. There's an on-off button, a plus and minus, which allows you to go up or down and vacuum, and then what we call the let-down button, which actually transitions you from the stimulation phase to expression phase. So for you new mamas out there, if you're not familiar with these phases, those are part of our 2-phase expression technology, which is pretty common across all of the Medela electric breast pumps. And what that does is the pump, when you turn it on, it'll actually start in this stimulation phase, which is a quicker, lower suction setting, which mimics what a baby will actually do when they're trying to nurse. So they're trying to stimulate that milk flow. Once you start to see milk flowing, or after 1 minute, the pump will actually switch over to expression phase, which is a higher suction strength and a slower cycle. So that's where you're actually drawing the milk out of the breast. But as far as buttons and controls, that's it. All of the other settings in terms of cycle rate and the vacuum strength are all built into the brains of this pump. So it's really, you turn it on, you set it to where you're comfortable, and you just kind of set it on cruise control. So super simple controls and interface. Anything to add there, Michelle, on the interface?
No, I was just going to say it is much more simplified because we know you guys are busy. You don't want to be fumbling with having to adjust the vacuum level and the rhythms or the cycle rates. Like we want to make it as simple as possible. And the other thing is we want to make sure that you guys are comfortable using the pump physically and, physically, comfortable interacting with it, and then physically using it as well. And we'll get into some of that in a little bit as we're talking through the shields and fit and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you want to talk about next?
One other thing before I keep setting this down and picking it back up again. I just love it. So one other thing related to ease of use. So you'll see there's only one hole here on the top, which is the tubing connection. So if I set the pump down and now pick up the tubing, again, focus on ease of use, keeping it simple. We have changed the tubing interface to be one single 2-port connection. So if I kind of show you how easy it is, one-handed connection, super simple, right? Simple, simple, simple. This is different from current pump and style, which has 2 tubes. So we wanted to reduce the number of components you guys have to carry around with you, less tangly mess, but still offer you the flexibility of single or double pumping. So the way you do that with this new tubing set is if you want a single pump, you connect the open end of the tubing to this middle Y connector piece, and now you're able to single pump. So no sacrifice on performance, just reducing the overall number of components you have to carry with you and making it a little bit simpler to connect to the system.
So let's move on to then ease of use with less parts, and then easy to clean because we've simplified the tubing. Let's talk about the rest of the kit, and then people are asking about closed system as well.
Yes, absolutely. Perfect. So if I grab the kit, you'll see drastically different from our kit today for pump and style, right? Completely different solution. So if I'll take the connector piece off first and just talk about this. Again, focusing on ease of assembly, cleanability, wanted to make this as simple as possible. So this new kit solution is actually only 2 pieces. That's it. 2 pieces. So you first have this connector piece with the cap, which is 1 piece, and then you have this membrane piece. That's it. So the design of this, again, ease of assembly, nice big parts, easy to go together, easy to assemble, but also for cleanability. So you'll see these big, wide open, here, I separated that, big, wide open holes that you can get a bottle brush in, a washcloth, really focus on that cleanability for you guys.
And I do, before you move on, I want to point out that those membranes, if you guys, I saw some of you guys are previous pump and style advanced moms, you'll notice they are significantly different They're yellow, they're large, they won't get lost as easily as those little
Won't go
white
down the
pieces.
drain, right?
Yes, so that was a huge improvement.
Yeah, so that little white membrane is actually replaced by this piece right here. So it's all integrated into one piece. That's it. Super simple. Now, going back to the question on a closed system, I am so excited to say that Pump and Style with Max Flow is now a closed system at the kit. 100% closed system. And what that means is we are providing you guys with a solution that prevents milk from getting down into the tubing, right? That's never good, getting milk into the tubing. It's difficult to clean, and we absolutely don't want you to get any milk into your pump because it's an investment, right? You're investing in yourself, you're investing in your baby, and we want to make sure you're successful. So the way that this is a closed system is, again, with this membrane. What this piece does, besides allowing milk to flow into the bottle, is it provides a physical barrier that prevents milk from entering the system here from getting down into the tubing. So it is 100% a closed system. So exciting. You guys have been asking for this for years, and we are giving it to you with this awesome new product.
And we have Jessica who's asking, this kind of builds on that. Is this version compatible with older version parts? And we want to make it really
Good
clear,
question.
yeah, that in order to keep it a closed system, it is really important that with the new Pump and Style with Max Flow, you use the connectors with your bottles that Sarah's showing, because otherwise you won't have a closed system if you use other parts. Oh, and you have
Right,
them right there.
exactly. So
Perfect.
I have a couple here with me for those that are not as familiar. So this is our old personal fit connector provided with the Pump and Style Advanced. You do not want to use this with your new Pump and Style with Max Flow. And exactly as what Michelle is just saying, if you try to connect this to your new system, you're removing this membrane piece, which gives you that closed system aspect of the design. So if you remove that, you could get milk in your tubing, you could get milk into your pump, and we just don't want you guys to have that problem. So this is the answer.
Yeah, so use all of the parts that come with the Pump and Style with Max Flow together as a kit. Don't mix any of your other parts from other pumps. Unless you have like a Freestyle Flex, for example, they have the same connectors. But it's really important that you use what's in the kit that you're getting.
I will say, and this is a great segue to another part of the system that we haven't talked about, the breast shields. So the older breast shields
Yes.
that are this round shape, these are compatible with the new Pump and Style with Max Flow. But with the new system, we actually provide it with these new oval personal fit flex shields. You guys, these are amazing, amazing, super comfortable. And what makes these so amazing is actually this angle. And it's kind of hard to show on video, but if you can see this angle in here, and maybe if I compare it to the old one,
I
you
can
can
hold this
see
one.
they're very different. The old one is actually a 90-degree angle, and this new oval shield is 105 degrees. And why that angle is so important is there was a ton, again, we do a lot of research, and this is all research based. This angle actually fits the natural curvature of the breast perfectly. So you're not kind of forcing yourself into a rigid shield. You're not pushing on milk ducts in a way that could prevent milk from coming out. So this angle aids in that comfort. And by switching to just this oval shield, 11.8% more milk.
So we heard you guys wanted more milk.
More milk just by switching to this shield. And then in our retail version, you'll get the shield that has this flexible rim. That just adds a little bit more to your comfort. Again, amazing. I love these shields. I can't say enough about them.
So a lot of people are asking about the shield sizes. So we can kind of move into in the retail kit, which you'll see behind me. This is what you'll find at, your big box retailers, Amazon, online. Those will come with the personal fit flex shields that Sarah just showed you. and you'll receive size 21 and size 24. And then in the retail kit, you'll get the Personal Fit Plus Shield, and you'll get size 24 in that kit.
That's actually in our insurance offering. So
Did I not say insurance?
I think you said retail. It's okay.
Insurance offering.
So in the pump, this pump is available through insurance, which I think Michelle already commented on, but it comes with these, again, same oval shape, same benefit of more milk. It just doesn't have that flexible rim. So you can see the difference here between the two.
One thing that I will point out, I was just going to kind of connect everything. This is, you will have a power adapter. Sarah, do you have the battery pack? And
I do. Yep, I do. I have.
So it does need to be plugged into the wall. A lot of you are asking, does this have a rechargeable battery? It does not. It still needs to be plugged in. However, it does come with the battery pack, which requires 8 AA batteries. And this is something that's great because you can take it on the go if you're going to be pumping in the car, you're going to be pumping at your office, and you don't necessarily have an outlet next to you. The battery pack is a great option, and it doesn't sacrifice on any of the performance. I just want to make clear. So when you kind of look at everything, I don't have both the bottles hooked up, but there's not a lot to it. I'm holding it in 2 hands. This is 1.18 pounds. So it's super easy to hold and use. You can set it on your lap because if you're a teacher and you're, pumping while grading papers, there's a lot of you multitasking out there. It's super convenient. So that's one thing I do want to point out because it's not this anymore. It's not connected to the bag to where you have to have the bag next to you. It just makes it a lot easier. And that's what we heard from you moms.
Yeah. So I saw quite a few questions in here about the shields. So these are, Michelle mentioned the retail version comes with size 21 and 24. The insurance option comes with size 24. These are available for purchase with this flexible rim in additional sizes. So we also have size 27 and size 30 millimeter shields. And as we previously mentioned, if you're needing something a little bit bigger, the older standard Personal Fit shields are compatible, and those do come in a 36 as well. So lots of available shield options. And I will say, super important to size yourself and your breast shield. I cannot stress this enough. Shield size is important for your comfort. It's important for actually removing milk from your breast. If you have a shield that's too small or too big, either one can actually negatively affect how you pump and your output that you get from pumping. So we do provide literature with the product on proper shield sizing, consult with LCs. There's lots of information out there. And I will say probably the most confusing part of pumping, again, can relate 100%. It's confusing, and it's not something that you know naturally how to do. So definitely take a look at that. And I will say shield sizes can change even throughout your pumping journey. So as your breast tissue kind of changes as you continue on pumping, you might need a different shield size, or even sometimes a different shield size per side. That's normal too. So
that's a good point.
Just something to keep in mind, but we do offer quite a few different sizes for you guys to take a look at and try.
Yeah, we do offer resources for sizing, so you can check out our website. Included in the pump, when you kind of open all the literature and everything, there is a sizing guide, which is very helpful. So use it. It talks about how to properly size yourself. And then also you'll have a quick start guide, which is super easy to understand to get you guys started using the pump. There's lots of pictures, makes it super intuitive because we wanted to make it easy to use. And then we also have our full instruction booklet as well, which will get you started. One thing I wanted to mention, all the parts are dishwasher safe. So again, ease of use. We wanted to make sure that you weren't having to hand wash everything. You can use them in our micro steam bags. You can boil them, however you want to sanitize them, but all of that is in your Get Started guide as well. So you guys can start pumping after you clean all those parts, because clean cleaning them is super important nowadays. So if we want to get into what's included in the kits, since we've kind of gone through all the features and benefits. So
we forgot one amazing feature of the retail option.
Yes.
Check out this bag, you guys. I love it. I know it's kind of hard to see. Amazing. And I will say, before we get into like what's in the box, this bag was a design project all on its own. It really was. So everything from the colors, tying it nicely with the product, so it's really a complete solution for you. But looking inside, I mean, I've got just the cooler bag in here, but you can see fun patterns in there. There's pockets, lots of room for you guys to carry everything you need for pumping and then some. So really a lot of thought went into this design. Really high quality materials. It also offers, you know, throw it over your shoulder or this extending strap so you can do crossbody. Because let's be honest, you never have enough hands, especially when you're toting a little one around with you. So this bag is great, and it can change with you as you go.
And everything except for the packaging, but that comes in this box will literally fit in that bag, which is great. So this is the retail version. We'll go through that real quickly first. So what you're going to get with the retail version is you'll get the great bag, of course. You'll get the cooler, which is super nice to have, especially for you working moms going back and forth to and from work. You'll get 4 bottles, which will fit nicely in here. It has the cooling element, which is contoured to the bottle, so they'll stay nice and cool. You'll get one of my favorite things ever, bottle stands. You'll get 2 of these. So no more bottles toppling over and losing all of that milk. These are amazing.
Totally amazing. No one likes spilled milk. Oh my gosh.
Totally worth the investment. You'll get 2 connectors. In the retail version, again, you'll get 2 sets of personal fit flex shields, size 21 and size 24. You can buy additional shields online. You'll get the pump, of course, the tubing, and then you'll get a power adapter and the battery pack as well. Am I missing anything?
I don't think so. I think you covered it all.
And this is suggested retail price $249.99, but you can find it on sale as low as $199.99 across different retailers. This will also be available through insurance as an insurance upgrade. So depending on who you're purchasing it from, they'll have their different rates, but it is an option to upgrade through insurance. So speaking of insurance, it is available now. I think Sarah can pull up the box. So this is what it will look like if you get it through insurance. And one thing I do want to point out is if you purchased this through insurance before, it came in, you know, this cardboard box, you didn't know what it was. We've totally redesigned your experience from opening up the box and receiving it to then experiencing the product. So you'll get the pump, you'll get 2 bottles, you'll get 2 connectors, the Y tubing, you'll get the Personal Fit Plus shields, which were the ones without the flex ring in size 24, but you can purchase additional sizes online. And then you'll get the power adapter and battery pack as well. And again, available through insurance. You can go to our website and see if your insurance, if you're qualified through insurance, or there's other providers out there like Aeroflow, for example, where you can purchase insurance breast pumps as well. But
the comments on the packaging, it is nice, isn't it? So, and on the packaging, you'll see all the contents there as well. All this information is also available online. So there you go. Beautiful.
Yeah. So I'm just looking at some of the comments. Such a good price. It is. We wanted to make sure that value was there for moms because we know how important value is. And but we didn't want to sacrifice performance either. So we wanted to kind of stick with where we were within the market. Can you buy the bag itself? Right now, it's not available to be sold separately. However, that could change in the future. But again, you can, if you're going through insurance, you can upgrade to that version or purchase that version on Amazon or Target or Buy Buy Baby, Walmart. We're in all the big box retailers.
I love watching this chat, you guys. So many good comments on here. Love the excitement. We're excited too, if you can't tell.
Yeah. Just looking at some of them.
I will say some question that we get pretty frequently is about sound, or how loud is the pump? And I don't know if it's come through, but I'll just comment on it. So the sound of this pump is comparable to the old Pump and Style Advanced. It is actually a little bit quieter, but because the motor on the inside is completely different, completely redesigned, it is a different sound quality. So it has more of those micro vibrations I mentioned earlier on when we call, say, max flow. It's those vibrations that you can actually feel at the breast. I like to compare it to, and Michelle always laughs at me, but it's the only thing I think to relate this to, you guys, a purring cat or a purring kitten. So when a cat purrs, you can hear it, but you can also feel it. It's the same thing going on in this pump. So when you turn the pump on, you can hear the vibration, but you can also feel it at the breast. So it's very different than Pump and Style Advanced. It's very different than any of the other pumps in the market that are offered. And with that, you're, though, getting that max flow technology. So again, improved milk removal, greater amounts of milk removed, higher volume removed, improved comfort, shorter time. So these are all benefits, and it's just a little something different when you hear the sound of this pump running.
Yeah, and while it might, it's quieter than our previous Pump and Style Advance, it does have a different sound. And we just want to make you aware of that, because if for you moms who have used a pump before, whether it's Pump and Style Advanced or a different pump, you're kind of attuned to a certain sound. But because we created a whole new motor, and we created this new technology, it is going to sound a little bit different than what you're used to. But don't let that worry you. It's providing as much vacuum.
Yeah, so I see a great question. So Jamie says, does it help stimulate milk flow? Yes, 100%. So this is, I keep saying max flow, and it's like this new technology, this new name. But what that is, these vibrations, these little micro vibrations that you can feel at the breast, it's actually allowing the alveoli structure in the breast to open up more. And when that happens, it allows milk to flow more freely. So this is why you're seeing these greater volumes of milk expressed, improved pumping times. It's really it's really cool. Like, if you dig into the science and the research behind it, it's really cool. And we want to offer these benefits to you, and that's exactly what we're doing. So these vibrations, while it might sound a little different than a pump you're used to, there are absolutely benefits to using it.
And someone asked earlier about the user interface, and I want to go back to that, because they were saying, once it switches from stimulation to expression, can I go back? And the answer is yes. And then I also want to address maximum comfort vacuum. Because as I always say, it's not the number on the scale, it's how good your jeans fit.
Absolutely.
So let's go back and talk about the
Yeah, so great question. And one that we get pretty frequently, actually. So because this interface is so simple, right? There's no display, there's no indicator telling you what vacuum level you're at. And you might be thinking, well, I need to know that, right? How do I know where I'm at on the vacuum range? And that was actually an intentional design choice. And the reason is this maximum comfort vacuum that Michelle's mentioning. So when we say maximum comfort vacuum, what that means is it's different for every single mom. number one. And number two, it can actually change for you individually as you go throughout your pumping journey. So when you first start, you might be a little more sensitive, getting used to pumping. It's a new, unique experience. You see my
Unique
face?
is one way to put it.
It's unique. It's not a baby, let's say that. So, but we try to get to as close to a baby as possible with this pump. So, what maximum comfort vacuum means is you want to go up in vacuum until you feel slightly uncomfortable, and then you want to go down just one level. And that's what your maximum comfort vacuum is. And again, that may change for you depending on session, depending on how long you've been pumping. It's really unique to you. So we wanted to make you more focused on your maximum comfort vacuum as compared to a number that's displayed to you on the pump. So a lot of other products in the market will show you a pumping level, and it's easy to fixate on that and think that you need to go higher. And I can tell you, higher vacuum does not equal more milk. For sure, 100%. It does not. And actually, it can be the opposite. So if you get too high in vacuum and you're uncomfortable, you can actually get less milk out. So you really need to focus on your comfort. So by removing that indicator to you, it helps you to do that. The other part of it too, so going back to, can you go back to stimulation and expression? 100% you can. And I would actually recommend that as you're pumping, you'll have milk ejections. There's usually 3 to 4 milk ejections per session. And the milk flow will actually slow down in between ejections. So what you can do to kind of speed up your session, switch back into stimulation mode when you see your flow start to slow down to help stimulate the breast again, and it will stimulate another ejection. So you're able to switch back and forth as much as you need to while pumping. And it's really, again, based on your comfort, whatever you're more comfortable doing. You do not have to, but it is an option that's available for you.
And I don't think we addressed, we've done this so many times, and I think we might have missed it, what level it starts at and how many levels there are.
Yeah, good question. So when the pump turns on, it will actually start in level 4. So you might be thinking, why not start at level 1? And the reason is, if you choose to turn this pump on and do nothing else, if you just power it on, we wanted to make sure that you started at a vacuum that was going to be effective at removing milk. So what it starts at is level 4, which is that effective stimulation. And you do have the option of going down, but you also have the option of going up, both within stimulation and expression. Did that answer the question? And there are 10 levels total.
10.
So we start at level 4. You can go up to 10. You can go down to 1. But again, really try to focus on your comfort and not so much as pushing it as high as you can go.
Yeah, because again, pumping shouldn't be painful. Psychologically and physically, you need to kind of relax because you want to make sure that you're getting the most out of your pumping session. So it's really important to find that maximum comfort.
Much easier said than done, right, Michelle? But we're trying to offer you guys solutions that just help with that, because it's hard, right? It's definitely hard, and we get it. And, personally, and as Medela, we get it. So we just want to help you guys. I love seeing these comments of, I wish I had talked to you 4 years ago. I'm learning so much. We're happy to give you this information. And I will say, if you go to Medela's website, a wealth of information, so much information. But we are happy to be here and answering questions for you. So keep the chat coming, keep the questions coming.
And these are the same bottles as our previous version. So if you do have the previous, that's a question that was getting asked. It just looks different with the neck of the connector on there, but it is the same. So your old bottles will fit. Yep.
Also compatible with the 8-ounce and even the smaller sizes. So we have the 80 ml and the 3 ml that you may receive in the hospital while you're there. They're all compatible with this kit.
The pump is portable in a way that, you can throw it in your pumping bag and take it with you. If you want something that kind of goes with you on the go and you want to pump on the move, that would be more like our Freestyle Flex product. But this is to be used in a stationary position, whether it's in your lap or on a desk or a side table, but not necessarily as you're kind of moving from one thing to another, trying to chase your little one or other little
Yeah,
one.
one thing to point out, so if we're comparing it to the Pump and Style Advance, the old one, this one is about half the weight. So this is 1.18 pounds, very lightweight. You can see Michelle and I are kind of tossing it around. It fits easy in the hand, easy to carry around. So again, wanting to make it as convenient as possible for you. It's also important to note, I mean, we keep setting it like this, but you can really put it in any orientation that works well with how you're sitting and how you're pumping. So again, comfort, ease of use, really thinking about you guys and how we can make it easier for you.
Yeah. So for some of you kind of just joining, because I know there's some of you who are kind of multitasking as well. Sarah, do you want to quickly go through all the different parts of the kit and how they connect together? And we can touch on the closed system again, just so we can remind them.
Yeah. So here is the full kit fully assembled. Don't want to forget about these amazing bottle stands. So these things are awesome, you guys. I love them. So the kit, again, if we remove the bottle and the shield, we'll focus on this piece. So again, focus, ease of assembly, ease of cleaning, really wanting to make it as simple as possible. This new kit is 2 parts, 2. So you have your connector body with the cap, which is 1, and the membrane, which is 2. Very large pieces, large, wide openings that you can easily get a bottle brush in for cleaning. Dishwasher safe, as Michelle pointed out before, so you can throw everything on the top rack. Awesome, right? And I know I said this before, I am so excited to say that we can officially say Pump and Style is a closed system at the kit. And the way that you get that is with this membrane right here, this little guy. So what this is doing is it's actually providing a barrier while you're pumping. Milk's coming in through here, right? And it's preventing it from getting down into the tubing it into your pump. Something that moms have been asking for years. We can finally say we have that for you. I'm so excited. You know, it's just a huge improvement to the system overall. And then the shields, I know I took the shield away. Compatible with the new oval shields as well as the old personal fit shields. So if you have some of those laying around, you can still connect those here. Same thing with the bottles, compatible with the old ones as well. Anything else to comment on there, Michelle?
The tubing. Let's talk about single and double pumping.
Yeah, so again, we reduced the number of tubes down to 1 single tube connection on the pump with this new product. So easy one-handed assembly, easy connection, less parts to get in a tangled mess while you're out and about, but not needing to sacrifice on any performance or any way you want to use the product. So you still can use this for single or double pumping. If you want a single pump, we have this Y connector piece. You just connect the open end of the tubing there, and now you're single pumping. And I should point out the connection on the kit as well. Easy. The tube design is to be out of the way. So if you need to use your hands, you know, to hold the kit, the tubing is out of the way. It won't get kinked. I
actually remember doing that when I was pumping and trying to juggle everything, and the tube would get in the way.
If you, those of you that are familiar with this connector, if you ever had to do that, you probably noticed that you would get, so if I kind of stand up here, those marks on your arms from pushing into this. What is that? So no more at all. So this kit, nice smooth lines, easy to hold, easy to maneuver, simple, fewer parts. It's just an overall improvement to the system.
And I think someone's asking, do you lose suction? And I'm assuming you mean from single to double pumping or vice versa, and you will not.
Good question. Very good question. This is not the case on other products in the market, but for this pump, 100% you maintain your performance single pumping or double pumping. So you'll get the same maximum vacuum for the same vacuum levels.
Yeah, and then others commenting, I purchased it through insurance. Am I going to get anything different? So the pump is the same. You're going to get the same amazing product and performance. You don't have to worry about that. But the parts that are included and some of the accessories will be a little bit different. So you can visit our website. We list both the insurance version of the pump and style with Maxflow as well as the retail version. And it talks through the different components that are included. So that's a good resource. Our website has tons of information about breastfeeding, tips, sizing for when you guys do eventually need to size yourself for breast shields. And then also a reminder to join the Mom's Room, which is our small community that you guys can join. And we email out tons of information for you guys prenatal and postnatal, which is super helpful. So if you haven't done that already, I highly recommend to do it because I know personally when I did, it was very useful and I learned a lot. However, I'm learning more now, which I wish I had learned when I was breastfeeding.
I saw a great question in there about the stimulation and expression. I think it's 10 comments ago now. So the question was, does the pump automatically switch from stimulation to expression, or do you have to manually push the button? And the answer is both. So the pump will automatically switch from stimulation to expression after 1 minute. But if you see milk start to flow before that, you can absolutely push that button and switch to expression sooner. And you can also push this button and switch back into stimulation, as I mentioned before. You may want to do that if you're starting to see your milk flow slow down. Push that button to kind of stimulate another milk ejection, and it'll improve the time for pumping by doing that.
Perfect. I'm just going through all of your guys' comments. I'm glad you guys are joining the Mom's Room. That's great. I'm glad this is informative. There was something else that I saw. You guys are going so fast.
It's hard to keep up. It's awesome. I love it. We should note we do have a booth that will be available to you guys all day long. So if for some reason we missed your question in this chat, please go to our booth and ask the question. We'll be happy to answer it for you there.
I remember replacement parts. So if you guys do need replacement parts, it's very important that you buy authentic Medela spare parts. So you can go onto our website. We don't sell them directly, but we'll navigate you to either our Amazon store or other of our retail partners where you can get authentic parts. There's a lot of counterfeit parts out there that can negatively affect your pump. And we know how important breastfeeding is for your little one. And we want to make sure that your pump doesn't break. It's an investment, and then it also impacts you being able to pump. So it's really important.
I'll add to that too is we are extremely diligent in our materials testing that we are required to do. So we want to make sure that all of these parts that come into contact with that precious breast milk are safe for you, and more importantly, safe for the milk that you're collecting for your baby. So we cannot guarantee that if you go to a third party or buy parts elsewhere outside of Medela, but I can tell you firsthand that we are extremely diligent in the testing that we do, so we are offering you a safe, effective solution.
Yeah. So how do you order from insurance? How do you know if yours is covered? You can go to our website, go to the insurance version of the pump, and what we'll do is we'll connect you with some of our partners, and you can find out if your insurance covers it. We don't necessarily know because there's so many different insurance plans out there. But a lot of them do offer it. Sarah, can you hold up the insurance box so people know what they're going to get? So that's what it will look like. And then if you do get the retail version, if you go to, Target, Buy Buy Baby, Walmart, Amazon.com, this is what it will look like. Or even through insurance, some plans you can upgrade for a fee. I can't tell you what that is because, again, it varies. You can upgrade to this retail version. So definitely check it out. There's lots of options out there, and we'll kind of help you, guide you through the process if you need any help. I'm just looking at what else. Oh, there was a question about the battery pack and whether or not it's rechargeable. So it does plug into the wall. So you will need to be near an outlet if you want to use the wall plug. But then we also do offer a battery pack, which takes 8 AA batteries, not included. Doesn't sacrifice on performance. Sarah, remind me how long it lasts?
Roughly 3 hours.
Okay.
Time.
Paid extra through Aeroflow for the upgrade. That's great. We can't wait for you to get it. Aeroflow is a great partner to go through. You can go to their website. They have a ton of information about our pump. They're a great partner of ours. They're well educated. Speaking of that, we're running out of time, but our customer service team is amazing.
Amazing.
We train them. They've been here for years. So they're well versed with our products from the inside and out. And if you guys ever have any problems or questions, always feel free to email them, chat them, or call them. And they're really responsive and really educated. And they work with Sarah and I too on an ongoing basis. So
all the time. So
yeah.
Absolutely. If you guys are having any issues, even if you're not sure, give us a call. We are happy to help. Our primary goal is honestly to make sure you guys are successful. It is so important that you, one, made the choice to breastfeed. That's amazing. But two, that we offer you products that support you in that so that you can pump and breastfeed for as long as you want to.
Yeah.
So definitely give our customer service a call if you're having any issues or any questions at all. They're happy to help.
Yeah. And to echo what Sarah said, breastfeeding is a lot of work. Having that commitment is huge. I know personally and from so many mom stories. So great job. And keep working at it. And any more questions, stop by our booth, join the mom's room, go to our website, check out our retail partners and our insurance partner sites. But the pump is available now through insurance and retail. So you're getting close to popping. It's available for you guys. And we're super excited for you guys to experience this pump because for all of you second time, third time, fourth time moms out there, this is what you guys had before. And we've completely redesigned it because we've heard what you guys want. You guys are new moms.
All for you, mamas.
Yeah.
All for you.
So thanks so much, guys. We really appreciate all the questions.
Bye.